Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to teach you all about the SAP attendance entry for the learning and development process. So first of all, before getting into the SAP tool, we'll have to first check if our VPN is got connected or not. So you can see at the rightmost corner on your state menu bar, rightmost corner near the calendar, there is an up arrow. You can click that up arrow and you can check whether VPN is connected or not. So I can see the VPN is connected. You click on this Cisco AnyConnect services, you can see as VPN is connected. Now I'm going to log into the SAP tool. So double click on the SAP tool. I know that shortcut has been created and it has been added over here. And double click the SAP tool, and then always you get into the PIH Singapore. It is a live thing where whatever activity you're going to do, it will be entered over here. Okay, QIN is a quality server, PIH is the production server. So I'll double click on the production server and I'll be keying in the ID and password. So your ID and password is been given by the your manager to you, which will be created and which is already shared it with you. So once you log into the SAP ID and password, this is how you will be getting into the SAP screen. So first of all, the topmost menu bar, there is nothing to do with that now. So I'll be giving only the simple instruction what exactly you are going to do on your day-by-day activity or for the learning and development as part of the SAP attendance entry. Okay. So here is the topmost bar, which is called the task or the activity bar, wherein you will be entering the transaction code. Always any activity of an SAP should be entered through a transaction code. So for us to get into a transaction code, you will have to key in over here only. This is a key bar where you will have to key in over here. Okay. And the next thing is where you can see in a drop down kind of thing where you will be writing it as PSV2 to getting into the SAP tool to add your attendance information. Before getting into deep description of the process, I'll explain you the key information which you'll have to remember. So this is for the log off, which we are not going to do it right now. And this is something called create session. If you wanted the main screen, if at all you have entered into any of the transaction code and you wanted to see the main page of the SAP, so you will have to click on to create session. You can see as soon as you log into SAP, the same sheet will be appearing over here. So you can see the example. You can open two different sessions like this, so that you can cross check information and work on the activity. So now I'll be getting into the actual process what you'll be doing into for the sales and marketing or learning technical training updates, technical training attendance or leadership updates. So since we have a whole team of both sales and marketing, leadership and the technical, firstly I will let you know what all you need to see basically. Okay. So first of all, you will be entering the transaction code, which is PSV2. So you enter the PSV2 and press enter key. Once you press the enter key, you will get into the page where you will actually update the SAP, update the attendance of the training records. Okay. So now this is called, we have n number of the clients, OPCOs, which is ACC Concrete, ACC Limited, Ambuja Limited, Holcim Limited and Holcim and these things. So as we are working for the OPCO of ACC Ambuja and ACC Concrete, we'll be uploading their attendance sheet in either of these folders. Okay. Since you are into the sales and marketing, leadership and technical, we will be uploading the data in ACC and Ambuja only. We are not going to upload anything in ACC Concrete folder. Okay. So now firstly I will take you through for the ACC folder. ACC folder has Okay, ACC folder has n number of folders, which is called functional, behavioral, general management, cross-functional, etc., etc., etc. So we are going to upload our learning and development training record of sales and marketing and leadership will be under ACC Limited, under ACC Leadership Academy, which is ACC ALA Academy. Okay, so here you can see ALA Technical, ALA Leadership, ALA Sales and Marketing, and ALA Procurement, Sale e-learning, and Sale ALA Webinar. So first of all, I wanted to inform you all. Initially, ALA technical training also was part of ALA. Now technical is separately from ALA. So now it is into TechPort. So any training whichever happens for the technical will not be updated or uploaded in the ALA technical under ACC folder. So here we are going to upload only for the ALA leadership, ALA sales and marketing, Sale e-learning 2020, ALA webinar, and Triple T. These all training programs will be updating into ACC for only for sales and marketing and the leadership programs. Please remember. Okay. Next thing is, we have one more folder called e-learning. See, I understand that in future you all will be you will be working on the I could say you all will be having a data of e-learning modules which will be designated for in the Sale app. So those records also will be uploaded in this e-learning folder, which is called ACC Limited Accelerated Module Learning LMS and the e-learning data. Okay, so any people from ALA, if they if at all they wanted to upload, they ask you to update the attendance, they might tell you the path also where to upload. As we as a learning and development team know where to upload the attendance sheet, we need not ask and confirm with them. Okay, this is what is an important thing which I wanted to tell you all. So next thing is, as I told you, first of all I'll get into ALA leadership and ALA sales and marketing. Before that, I will also show you where is the technical folder available. So you minus this folder. Now enable this folder. You have an Ambuja Cements Limited. Here you have something called TechPort 2019. 2019 was still last year. 2020 is for this year. So as we are into the current year, let's upload all the information of the technical training related information into the TechPort folder itself. Okay, so I have enabled this TechPort folder. So here you can see we have these many trainings going on parallelly. We have other set of training programs which is happening. We have still not loaded those information, but still for your information I can show you what all folder has been available. Okay, so first of all, I have told you ALA ACC Limited and Ambuja Limited as a folder name. As the technical word, I could say that is called ACC Limited is a group name. Ambuja Cement Limited is also a group name. Okay, so when a subgroup is also under which whatever training program comes, it is called as a subgroup. And any folder kind of a data is called a group. Under that, when you see one more folder is got a subgroup. Any data or any training program information which is like a note, that is called an event, which is nothing but our training programs. Okay, so here you can see under TTT I have these many training programs. Okay, so group, which is group under the subgroup under the event name. It is not necessary that under group we should always have a subgroup also. It can be group also, it cannot be subgroup also. Under the group we can add the under the group we can add the event type. Okay, one second. Okay, this was not clear. Sorry, there's some blurriness, so I wanted to show it clearly. So so you these all folders, this is called a event type. Okay, and these all are called the group names. So now I will close this and come back to my ACC folder, which is nothing but sales and marketing folder. Because since I am managing sales and marketing and Arul is managing leadership, we ensure that we add the attendance into these folders. Okay, now I am going to teach you all how are we going to create this folder. I'm going to teach you how to create this subfolder than a main folder. See, main folder is, which is nothing but main group is created only once. Subgroup can be created once, but event can be created n number of time. Event is nothing but a n number of training programs conducted and happening in the year. Okay, since I've already created the sales and marketing virtual 2020, which is a group, now it is our responsibility to create the event type, which is a training. However, as you all from the training team, I will show you first how to create a group, and then I will show you how to create the event type. Okay, so now we will go to the main page. Initially, when I showed you all in an SAP, we have opened two sessions. One is the live, after entering the T code, you will be getting into these pages, and before entering the T code, you will be into, after the login page, you will see this, which is nothing but when you click the create session. Okay, so now I am going to teach you how to create the event group. So event group is nothing but for the n number of trainings to be available in that particular group. First, to add the n number of events or the trainings, we should create one of the group. We cannot put all the events together. This is really required for you to create a group, is only because you can understand in which folder what trainings are available. For any layman, for any person from the learning and development or the manager can understand where exactly the folders are. And this, whenever we download the report of this training records, this will be simplified, and field wise we'll be getting those records. And whenever we are creating a report, it is easy for us to consolidate and do the records. Okay, so thank you so much. And the next is I hope till here you have understood. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you all about how we are going to create the group. So creating a group, as I told you, it is going to be like a folder. So you'll have to click on OOEG, or you can key in over here also OOEG. Since already available at the main page, I didn't want to write any T codes. Okay, I'll double click this, and as soon as you double click that, you will get this page, which is called business event group, start date and the end date. You can see here end date is shown as 31.12.999. This will be nth number, so we need not worry about this nth number. We cannot modify this because this record or this folder or this activity will be active till nth date. Okay, so that is what is called as to date. See, when we know the particular activity of the deadline, we can ensure that we can add it. We as a learning and development team need not worry about the nth date at the time of creation of a group. Why? Because the group, whatever you are going to create for the training record, that is for the complete year. I know that we know that 31/12/2020 will be the last day. We are not going to add that, is only because we wanted this to continue. Never know, any of your newcomers might wanted to add information in the same folder, that records will be added till the nth date. Okay, so I would suggest you not to do anything on that to date. From date is your responsibility. Giving an example, always the current year should be the start date whenever you're creating a group. Remember, always whenever you're trying to add the start date, it should be your current date of the current year. Current date in the sense current year, that is 01/01/2020. Why am I telling? See, now you are going to upload the data for March, April and May. Now we are on 5/5. This the date, whatever you are going to click as a start date, the event or a group will get activated and be active from the day you start. That is when you are ensuring that you are going to key a start date as 01/01/2020. It is not a problem even if you key 01/01/2019, but you're not going to add the start date as a future date. Always ensure the start date should be at the start of the year whenever you're creating a group, because of the current year. If it is 2021 you're creating, you can write 01/01/2021. Okay, so now the start date, what I'm going to do over here is, one second. 01. Okay, it's already there in the drop down. I'll just enter again, twice you enter. Okay, then there is an option here. You're not supposed to write a business event group because you are going to create a group. It is not already created, so that's the reason you will be not entering any information. Why am I telling you to enter the start date? Only because the activity or the information for any event group to be start from the information you should be for the start date. Okay, so now I'm going to click here as create F5. You click on F5 or click on create. This option is not it is for changing. In case by mistakenly you have not changed the date, you can do the correction date. And this is to view display whatever you have keyed. This is to delete. We are not going to use any of these option. I'm going to show you only the activity whatever we are doing it for you not to get confused. Later, as and when you are expertise in the tool, you can explore everything into the SAP system. Okay, thank you. So now I'll be clicking on create file. So when I clicked on the create, so you get this option. This is for creating an event group. You can see at the top, create business event group data screen. Data screen is nothing but you're going to key some input or key some information to create the group. So now, I'm going to create an sales and marketing virtual program for May month. I'm just taking an example, that's when I'm creating, but other information already we have created 2020, we'll be uploading it in there. Okay, fine. So now, once again, see if at all, okay, one more information. I know that you are into the create event group and you don't know where am I going to create this. That also you can look over here. Okay, so here I am going to create. I told you sales and marketing, but I'll not do sales and marketing. I'll do technical because there's something pending from my end for one of the folder. I'll create that folder. Okay, so it's the same like sales and marketing also. So I'll write it as technical virtual. This folder is already been created. This I'm creating, it is for e-learning के लिए. ठीक है? For e-learning, we didn't have any virtual thing. I'm just putting it as VE. See this, any name, abbreviation name, everything is abbreviation name. It is a small word which will come on the pop-up. I'll show you that also. Here it will be, it is actual the folder name. So I'll be writing here it as technical virtual e-learning. See why I told this here e-learning is we have n number of the e-learning training which is happening and participants are taking those training in online through learning academy at LH. We wanted to ensure that those attendance also is to be captured. Okay, so one important thing for you here is you might get an error message. I understand that, I know that we all are not from the IT background or but there are certain keywords which is a system set keyword which cannot be used as a name or an abbreviation. Example like save, alt, all those things. So here, yeah, imagine if it is a duplicate name also, it will not take. Now in this place where it is showing as orange, this is fine, this is active. When if at all there is a data, when you key in and when it becomes black or blur, it is shown that this is a keyword where you'll have to key in a new information or the other information. So now I will be clicking on to relationship. So here you are going to add the event group. Here I know that as a expertise, I know where this group to be created, but you as an individual doesn't know where a group to be created. Okay, there are two different places where you can look and get the group name. First example is, so I'll click on to this double click option. Once you click over here, you will get this option. So you saw this folder as soon as you entered that PSV2, right? So now I'm going to create for technical as it is, so Ambuja, and I'm going to get into TechPort and I'm going to create here. So I'll double click here. See where it has to be enabled, that time the folder will open, otherwise it will not get opened. Okay, I'll double click over here. So you got this code. uh, there is another way to get this code. I'll tell you where once again. You know that after entering a PSV2 we were in this folder. So I'll get into Ambuja folder. I'm sure it is not confusing for anybody. So this, you double click this textbook folder, you want that folder into the tech port. So here you can see that business event group number 50081202. So you can see the 50081202. Okay, this is what it is. Press enter and go to save button or control S. The event group is created. Okay, so you can go back to this session and see, refresh. You can see the folder is created. See, technical virtual training, right? Fine. So since I wanted to create this, I'm just getting into technical itself. So now I will double click this and I'll get this code. You can either copy or you can go to the main page and create an event. Now I'm going to show you all the event type. Okay, so go to the main session now. Since we are already into the main session, you to come back from this, click this cross button, cancel. Okay, then now now I'm teaching you how to create a business event type. Double click this. Business event type also will be same as the business event group page. So here also you're not supposed to enter any information on the business event type record. So start date will be always same as 01/01/2020 of the current year, and you can see the nth record over here. Okay, now click on to create file. Okay, the same option like create event group. Now here, create event is something which is called, which I told you is a training name what you're going to give. So now I am as a technical team, I know for that folder what all trainings has to be added. You as an individual, as a responsibility person of sales and marketing, leadership or technical, ensure that you keep a record of sales and marketing information, what group to be created, what event type to be created, when it is to be created, and what all records. Okay, so now I taught you all how to create a group. Now I am teaching you all how to create an event type, which is nothing but your training name. Okay, so training name is this I'll be writing it as PME. It is not necessary to be capital. I will ensure that it is to be capital. I am signifying this as E because it is an e-learning program. So PME hyphen e-learning. This is for the person whoever is wanted to update the information under e-learning. Okay, it is PME e-learning. Alright, so I have added this PME e-learning. I'll press enter. So once you press enter, here also you will also get the same error in the place where you can see yellow color as PME. If it is a keyword, that will not accept. You can change the name as per your wish. Then wish, any person should understand the keyword whatever you have given. Okay, that should always make sense. Now main schedule model, you need not do anything. Click on capacity. You can either enter here or you can enter later. Here also I'm not going to enter anything. Later in the sense at the time of creating a date, I'll show you. That is the next step. Here you are going to enter in this page only the abbreviation name and the relationship. Here, as I told you, as you people fetched an event group in that folder, the same way you can fetch an information over here. So here I will get into the folder Ambuja and Tech Port 2020, and I wanted the information inside this. Okay, so you can refer here also. Either you see, it is 5008190, and here also 5008960. Then enter. I have entered. Then click on save. Ganesh, and now it is asking me to enter the capacity. Okay, I will ensure that I'll add the capacity. Meeting and solo. So I've added default, you can add it as 100. So here I will be adding as 500 is only because 500 is something which is
she's recording meeting.
500 because I know this e-learning has a capacity of more than 100 to 500 people. So you as an individual will know as per the training program how many are the trainees who will be participants in that training program, basically, which is called as a batch size. Okay, it always ensure that you always had 10 or 15 more, because whenever you are entering a record there shouldn't be a discrepancy error for you while uploading the attendance information. Okay, now I entered and now I'll click on save button. I clicked on save button, you got this record created, and we'll see whether the record is created or not. So I'll just refresh this. See, under technical, techport, technical, virtual, I have got this. Good, right? So now here I always, okay, so now we are going to create a training event date. See, you know that every training, it is happening in ALA or for sales and marketing or for leadership or for technical. Any training will always have a date, right? So now I'm going to teach you how are we going to create a training date. I'm not going to create a training date in PME e-learning is only because for this date is not yet confirmed. So now I'll be creating a date in this folder which is called Triple T KHD Simulator. It's the same process for both. Since the date is already known by me for this the date is yet to be decided. That's the only difference between PME and KHD. So now I will right click. Okay, to get into this with resource, without resource, how we'll get to know is go to your main option. Here there is something called business event. Click onto the business event, edit. Okay, to enable the business event menu in which you will be creating a date. See, always enable a business event menu to create a date for the training program. Okay, so this is already enabled. See, if it is blur, it is already been created. Okay, so I will right click over here. See, how you will get to know is, one second. Okay, see the color difference. See, a business event menu is in a bluish color, and attendance menu and information menu and back F3 is in the black color. So any activity which is enabled for that record, that will become into a lightish blue color. Okay, which is active. So that is active now, the go to menu. So I will right click over here, click on without resources. I will not do it anything on a with resources, because without resource has all information where what we need to do. Okay, so there will be an error or pop-up, just click on tick mark. Now here business event type, automatically the record number will come, event folder number will come. You need not do anything over here, you will have to just key in the start date. So what was the start date of this training program? Since it was that, I will tell it as 19th April 2020. I know this, so that's when. Okay, so as soon as you click on the start date, click on enter, you will get into the which folder you are going to create this. After this, click on data screen. Once you click onto the data screen, this is how the screen looks. Once you click onto that, so you know that, okay, one more thing I want to add to everyone. Please remember, any sales and marketing training program of the virtual, or any leadership program of the virtual, any technical program of the virtual, the default location will be Thane. Okay, and even for the e-learning also. Okay, but e-learning you can cross check with your stakeholders, but when it comes to a virtual, we are defaultly capturing as a location as Thane. Okay, so for choosing a location, I know it is Thane. For you as an coordinator, as a new person, you'll have to click over here and you will get n number of the locations. So See, Thane. I'll just double click this. That's it. You double click that, you will get that code. Okay, you need not remember anything. You have easily available all the directory. You can add it from the directory. Okay, so I know the training program is 19 and this program was 2 hours in a day. Okay, so for you, and give one more example. Here first initially you will have to you can add only the start date. To add the end date, I am showing that option for you. You will have to click on create. As I told you, it was only 2 hours, but still I am showing you how to add the 2 dates. Okay, here you have a directory which has day 1 9 to 17, 10 days ka program, 11 day, 12 day, 15 day, 3 hours, 8 day, all this information. Okay, this is defaultly added by the system, from which you will have to take. See, my program is of 2 days. I'll double click this. Okay, and then come here and click enable. That's it. See, you got this end date as 2020, 19 is day 1, 20 is day 2. Okay, I hope you all are clear till now. I'm sure it is not all clear. Thanks. So changes. See, here you can see the default timing is 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock 17, which is 9 to 5 p.m. Here you can see duration is 2 days. At the top you can see duration in hours is 16 hours, which is 8 hours per day. Okay, now I'll click as enable. And default time will be 9 to 17 in case you are selecting for 2 days of the training program. Okay, so I'm just clicking on this tick mark. Always all the activity, whenever it completes, you can click on to this tick mark. Okay, now as I told you all, this is a technical training program and this was only for 2 hours. Just to show you all an example, I created as 2 days. I hope you people would have observed. When I wanted to add the date, there was only option called copy and create. Now you can see change and display, right? So for now you will be using an option called change, or in create only click on create again. So here I will be keying it as 1 day. Since it was a 2 hours, directly you can go to tell us without pattern. This training session was for 2 hours. I'll click enter. So in the day it was 2 hours session. Okay, you need not choose start day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll click on enable. Okay, once I click on this enable, click on to change button. Why I told you change button? Because system will defaultly take any of the timings. So I know this training timing was from 11 o'clock to 1 p.m. So let the format be the same, so that it is easy. System will take, otherwise it will be an error. Enter. So it is 2 hours session. Okay, so you can see at the top and validate whether the information you have captured is correct or not. Duration in days is 1. In the day it was only 2 hours. Just click on enable button. Okay, this is application